and welcome along. This is the fourth wave of energy. Today is the fourth wave. The arrival of the fourth wave was on July 10th, 2020. This is day 5, Friday, July 10th. And we have our timeline. Today is the arrival window. It is a 9-day intensity window, level 4. Fourth wave of energy, July 10th, 2020. And we do have our 12 watch areas, which are space weather, the jet stream, ring of fire, earthquakes, volcanoes, sea life, economies, Middle East, United Nations, Anak, Krakatau, Cascadia zone, and the sunspot cycle. So let's take a quick look here what's going on with the sun. Give it a second. Yeah, no sunspots there. Yeah, so the sunspots are completely gone. And we have Neowise, this is the comet we've been tracking, has become extremely bright out of nowhere, and they're trying to figure out what happened with this comet. Why has it become so bright? And they're kind of like a little bit shocked at the comet, but not surprised with the waves of energy coming in that it got so bright, so not surprised at all. And then something they discovered happened on the sun. An atmospheric canyon of fire resulting from the eruption of a magnetic filament exploded across the sun, and again there was no sunspots, so what caused this explosion, so there you go. So we do see that the jet stream across the US increased. So let's check out. You can see that there was an increase in the wave. See the wave there? Here, definitely a change on the jet stream across the United States. The top part of it there. So keep an eye on that, definitely. And we also see a complete change in the jet stream across Europe in the Atlantic. Swiveled a little bit and went deeper for some reason. No real reason. They don't really know what caused it. Well, we know it's the fourth wave. And of course, the ring of fire, always something that will be important during the waves and so on. So one of the most active regions on the globe of your planet, on the planet Terra or Earth. Yep. And kind of crazy quake that happened here, Carlsberg Ridge. So it's a 5.3, and it happened kind of rare area for it to happen in. Not really known for a lot of quakes there, so something to keep an eye on. Volcanoes, we'll take a quick look. I'm gonna take a look at Anak Krakatau really quick here. Let's see. So eruption minor activity. Let's see. It does have some minor activity going on in Anak Krakatau. So sea life, nothing really came up about sea life. There was some, nothing really big thing that I'm really looking for is like some big like beach animals whaling themselves or putting them on the beach, or big oarfish or stuff like that. So that's kind of one of the big things we were looking for. So economies, I'm going to take a look at this story, crazy story in relation to the US. So the entire week the US stock market has been bobbling up and down, and for some reason on today, right as the fourth wave arrives, the market starts doing something crazy. It shrugs off these worries and just logs weekly gain. So the stocks begin to really climb starting today. It was like there was a major rally on Wall Street today, July 10th, 2020. So absolutely astounding. So that's a big thing. Middle East. Ex-Egypt diplomat says Turkey trying to encircle Egypt. So something to keep an eye on again. Jordan, right as the wave hits, Turkey's up to something, so keep an eye on that. And this is a crazy story here going on in Israel right now. Netanyahu banned from naming police judges. One of the things Netanyahu was trying to do was stop all the corruption going on there, but he's after being snookered a little bit there with what they're up to, so keep an eye on that as well. The United Nations, this is an absolutely insane story that happens on if you look at the regular other stories that were going on leading up to the fourth wave, they were just about policy and all this kind of stuff, and then out of nowhere this explodes across today about the UN holding up relief for countries having issues with their pandemic thing, whatever, the virus thing, and they're holding up aid and food and all that kind of stuff to actually help nations over this, because the nations won't do what they want them to do in relation to this topic, so they won't release the aid. You can see here now in the last couple of years that the US, in recent years, the US has become one of the leading reasoned voices at the UN and has been the standard bearer when it comes to protecting unborn human life. Absolutely amazing, you know. In particular, the US has insisted that the abortion debate not contaminate the COVID-19 response, but that's not what the UN is doing. The UN is doing is using it as leverage over certain countries to make this happen. So this is a massive big story that start breaking today. So a lot of countries are outraged and upset about all this kind of stuff, and the US is not impressed. So a lot of stuff going on there. And that Krakatoa, we did have the eruption we talked about in that Krakatoa on Monday, and then the eruption happened, and and the eruption happened July 7th, so that was Tuesday, and it's been ongoing ever since, so that's amazing. As I said, it was one of the watch areas we looked at, which was on that Krakatoa. Yep. And the big thing that we're putting here is what actually happened, which was the Cascadian, right off the coast of Oregon. A strange quake happened, and that happened, so we're actually going to put that in. That happened July 6th as we began the chronicle of the fourth wave. So this I'm going to take a little bit of time to kind of go through this to show everybody the power of what's actually happening. So we start here with the Schumann Resonance, and we look at 10.7. So this is the wave that we're looking at here. So let me pull up some stuff so everybody can see. So this is the date 10.7 right here, and so this is what's happening the entire day. So hang on for a second, let's draw a bar here. So the entire day, this is what's going on. This massive influx into the Schumann Resonance is happening throughout the entire day of the 10th. So you can see the impact here, and we're starting here. That's our starting point. This is all UTC. This is the ending point. You see the influx of the power of the wave coming in. See this? So here and here, this is the power of the wave coming in. All of this stuff here. This is the Schumann Resonance that's hitting. Very, 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 very powerful energy hitting the Schumann Resonance throughout the day. So look at the graph. It's nearly off the sheet right here. See, to measure the energy. So powerful. Look at that. All day. So that's the fourth wave arriving, right? Very, very powerful stuff. So now, if we take a look at some of the influxes, we definitely see the wobble here. So I'll show you guys here as well. The wobble. Something wobbled. See right here? These are wobbles, ripples like waves. See this? All this right here, here, here. See it? It's all look. See it right here? That's the wave coming in and impacting. And then here it is at the front. See it coming in here, and also into here. Wow! And even the deep colors here. Massive, massive, massive energy. Massive energy. So this is most likely why a lot of all these crazy stories. You had the US stock market rally the entire day today, finished on a massive high. People were shocked. You had the whole UN thing, holding back aid due to a mandate or something they're trying to do. You had what's going on with Egypt saying that Turkey's trying to encircle them, and you had a lot of stuff going on with Israel. So crazy, crazy things. So this is absolutely astounding. And why? Because look what's going on. There's a ring of red around. It's kind of extraordinary, the amount of energy that's actually coming. So I'll go with the arrows here. So I'm talking about this. See this? That is some amount of energy. This is why the Schumann Resonance was reverberating the entire day, because of this ring. See that ring of energy? Unbelievable. I mean, that's on a different level. That is. And then we have this, and you might look at this and think, oh, whatever. But look, take a moment to really look at the picture, and you see this. The energy is now inside the magnetopause, and it's interconnected to the plasma that's raining down on Earth, which of course rains down on the humans, and then of course rains through the Earth, through the core, up through the Schumann resonance, the frequency, into the DNA of people, and checks and scans your entire system. So this is I mean, look at these. Look at the see if I can do this one too. Look at these. They're not even connected anymore. Look, they're all completely and utter whacked out of it. Look at that. They're not even connected. So that's the power that's coming in. There's another one over here. Completely and utter broken there. This one. Right. So you can see a lot of crazy things are going on there with the power. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go live and see what's actually going on with the Magnetopause. Let's go live to it. So let's open that up, go live, check out the Magnetopause and see what's going on with it. Check it out really quick. See what's going on with it. Alright, so we'll go live. Let's see. Wow. Wow, that's a big wave of energy, that is. I wonder it's a level 4. I mean, look at the lines are just all over the shop. Look, the Magnetopause. Wow. So here's what happens is that usually, so you're dealing with the solar wind. It usually comes in and buffers off to the side. Let me draw something on this thing here. So usually what happens is the solar wind comes in, it buffers off here and just flows on down here, right? Same thing here. It comes in this side, buffers off, and it just flows off down here. But look what's happening. You have this ring. This ring is after coming inside. See that ring? The two red sides on both sides. And it's trying to flux out the energy. So that energy is now going through the Schumann Resonance, going through the jet stream, going through the tectonic plates, going through the volcanoes, going through DNA, plasma. That's a massive amount of energy there. So that's most likely why the stock markets just flew up today. Egypt, like all the crazy stories that start breaking today around the world, where they're like, what is going on? So that's the fourth wave trying to have a positive impact on humanity and kind of help it out a little bit. Yeah. So there we go. That's that. But so let's so there's our chart there. We put in the jet stream across the Atlantic. We put in the earthquake that happened yesterday as well, and we put in the magnetopause change in all the flux. So just to give you a quick visual, this is day one as we were watching the sunspot cycle. Day one, the magnetosphere, the magnetopause that we're watching. This was July 7th or July 6th, Monday. And if you notice, this is kind of like what I was talking about. Let's see the ring? It's green in here. See that? And right now, the solar wind is still being buffeted off to the side. See there? Right here, it's still being buffeted. So it's kind of like dealing with the energy. And then we have day two. So if you keep an eye on that area, watch what happens. So the lines are still all over the shop, but notice that's still kind of neutral. It's kind of green in the area in the circle, but also notice that you have the beginning seeping of the fourth wave. See right here, coming in, beginning to seep through right there. And then we have day three. Look what's starting to happen there. It's starting to seep in. See the red lines are starting to change. So these red lines here are starting to try to buffet out the influx of the energy that's coming in from the fourth wave. But notice that this red is getting very red, very, very red. So it's very high up here on the IMF field, which is the interplanetary magnetic field, and it's not doing too bad there. Still trying to buffet out the energy, right? So now if we go to day 4, which was yesterday, obviously, watch what happens. Look at the change. Look at that again. Watch the change. So the energy was trying to be buffered off, and then boom, the fourth wave is starting to impact. See there? So look at it again. Now there's the fourth wave on the inside, and you see the change of the energy lines begin to really, really change here now, right? We see this is inside. The energy's now inside. See that? This is absolutely extraordinary amount of energy that's coming. Look at that. So it's all changed from the kind of like low levels, which is in here, to now coming into this high level. So, right, that was yesterday, and this is why all the different stories start breaking today on the 10th. Now we look at day 5. Now we have this, see that? So there's the energy hitting day 5. Now it's being absorbed. So now all the scanning begins to happen. See the energy, see the flux lines back here. Let's see. These flux lines, see here? A little bit more straight, if you will. Then you have the energy trying to push itself out here, right? And you still have the energy now. Notice that the wave has done the impact. So now it's on the inside. See there? So now it's going to impact mankind and all that kind of stuff. So just thought I'd take a little bit of time here to explain how big this wave actually is, what's happening. And notice that the IMF lines, the blue lines, still haven't reconnected. So it still tells you that the fourth wave, it's doing its thing. So the fourth wave, the waves of energy come to aid humanity at this time. So you can see it's impacting, having a positive impact, and trying to help humanity as much as possible. So yeah. So this has been the fourth wave of energy incoming on July 10th, 2020. An energy intensity window of 9 days, July 6th, 2020 to July 14th, 2020. And day 5, Friday, July 10th, 2020. We'll keep a very close eye on what's going to happen as the wave does its thing. And very, very powerful.